And yeah, we're live. Hello, folks.
Hello. Yes, yes. I thought that they were seeing us because Chris will be pleased to know that I have to move to Chrome to make this broadcast. So anyhow, so okay, I'm sharing my screen, right?
Yeah. So I think everybody knows us. I'm Nick. This is Alexis. We both work for free now, and this is the taxi ride-hailing company, and we have our fancy Wave UI, Wave design system that is open sourced, and every Friday we're trying to contribute to and fix some issues.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small. Today, hopefully, it's going to be extremely small because I have only an hour and a half
Yeah.
to solve this. And yeah, so today we're gonna switch the roles. Last Friday I coded and Alexis was kind of navigating and asking questions. Today is the opposite. Alexis will code and I will be the Sauron eye on top
Yeah.
of it. Okay,
So
now
I actually was taking a look to the open PRs that we had just before the broadcast, and I realized that there were some changes in regard to checkbox that one of the members of the community did, Lloyd. Thank you very much. I think that if we go to that PR, it will be easy to illustrate what we are trying to improve, and maybe Mick, correct me if I'm wrong. So I'm really quick going to put this video for two, maybe here, and I have
uh, if you share the
yeah.
sound of the screen, we'll hear it. So let me then. I'm switching to your.
But I think that it's okay, huh? Because what I want to mention is here. So Lloyd, in this example, he's trying
Wait.
to yeah.
I need to share. I need to switch your screen sharing. So I'm switching,
Okay, okay.
and here we go. Yeah, now it is visible.
Yeah, what I was saying is that Lloyd, in this example, he is navigating to the list of checkbox that are here. And what is problematic is that you see that he is focusing in this error and error selected, but you don't see any feedback of where you are, right? So
Yeah,
I think that more or less that's what we want to fix, because currently in the video again, Lloyd is showing that he can control the checkbox with the keyboard, but the problem is that you don't know where the focus is. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I think this is the issue we're gonna solve today.
Okay.
So I have a similar experience in our registration. We have this check. We use this checkbox, and yeah, you can control it with the keyboard, but it's just not obvious that you currently is on the checkbox. So yeah, it's a
Got it.
matter of just letting user know that the focus is right there.
Okay. So it seems then that it will be actually should be actually small. It should be just styles. So this is the issue 23, checkbox focus state. All right. The other thing is that, do we have a definition of what is the focus styles that we want somewhere?
I'm not sure, but meanwhile, can you share the code so I can see if it's
Yep.
readable or not?
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Is
If you can make everything bigger a couple of times
this
and a bit more,
or this one?
yeah, that's better. I think. I
Perfect.
promise next time we're gonna be HD resolution, but at the
It's
moment
okay.
we kind of.
Okay, so let's go to the checkbox. The first thing that, before diving into see what will be the focus, let's see that maybe the focus is here, but it's not working. Maybe. or maybe not.
I'm taking a look at, meanwhile, at Zeppelin, where we keep all the designs.
And I also asked to Rafael, one of our designers, about this state in the chat of the company. If you can take a look.
Okay. Give me a moment. Okay.
That area, so I'm going to be booting the.
Yeah. So the answer is it's a hover state.
Okay. But we don't have a defined styles for the hover state?
We do. So if you hover with the mouse, so you see there is like a very light blue.
Got it.
Yeah, very light blue background.
That area.
But let's make it with the background, but then maybe we can iterate, because the background is, 100%. It's too low contrast between white background and blue color we use. So maybe we will add some outline or something.
Most likely, we are talking about this line, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think
it's just a label that we might not need to affect. Hover. Hover styles. All right. Check mark. What do we have in the check mark? After check, disable active hover. Okay, we actually have hover and active styles through the 3 components that make the composition of the checkbox. So hopefully, yep, the project's running.
So what is your thought process? How do you want to tackle this?
So what I was, oh, come on, what is it?
Have you pulled the changes?
Yes, but I haven't run the yarn install. Okay. Is yarn or is npm? I don't remember. So
I think it's npm.
Yeah, it's npm. Abort. Okay. Boom. npm install. Okay, so my thought process. So the idea is to go to the checkbox, see what are the components that create the composition of the checkbox, and then look for styles that might be intended for what we already want. So my idea was first to discard that there are focus styles, but they are not being shown. It's not the case. And then check what we have for things like active, then like hover. You see, it's like I want to understand what was the past decision around hover styles, because you tell me that the focus is going to replicate the hover style. So I see now that I have 3 touch points: the checkmark, the label grabber, and the tab area. So probably what I'm going to do when the application is booting is that I'm going to change all of these colors to be something like, let's say, green. And let's put here, okay, this is more complex. And this, let's put this red. And I want to make hover and see what is the thing that we have, in order to have a mental map of how the code affects to the component. Does that make sense?
Okay. Right? Yeah. Also, my input on this, we can maybe it's like a very tiny fix if we can just add on top of this hover style also focus element. So comma focus. Maybe it will resolve it right away, and we don't even need to bother kind of ourselves with understanding what is responsible for what.
Okay.
But yeah, we can definitely explore what are the styles, because I recall that it was a quite interesting challenge to make this UI we have, because it's like a checkbox and the background behind it. You cannot really style the input type checkbox like this, and so we had to add this div element that kind of sits behind the checkbox. And I think the issue is if we check the styled components for input checkbox. Input checkbox is probably somewhere hidden and has like hide 0 with 1 or something. So the checkbox you see on the screen, it's not the real input HTML tag.
Let me before I scroll that, like I'm having issues with this. Maybe I should RMM, RM, RF, RF, no modes, blow no modes, and npm install.
Yeah, let's try it.
Before reading the documentation. Remove no tagline and look for errors.
So
I'm going to see also, we're saying, you can say here, checkbox. Here. Okay. Okay, this is what you were talking about. That we have the div. Let me see. Oh, still there. That we have the div for the custom checkbox.
Yep.
And then within we have the input.
Oh, you see, the input is actually there, so it's not that bad as I expected.
Recall. Or nothing here, then maybe over here. Check it. Or nothing else. Maybe hover the whole layer.
Can be.
I see something. Yeah, you see it? But it's super soft.
Change in the but when it's not checked, you see like the border is like way thicker. So if you check the default state, for example.
Yeah, let me just remove this one, and now let's go.
But still, I don't. What happened if we remove outline none, which is I think not that something we should really reset.
We should not, right?
Yeah, I mean, if we provide some styles that behave like this properly, it makes sense. But at the moment, as you see, we don't. So what is the? I think it was on the label or on the input itself.
Here, outline. I don't see anything
here. On the input, I think.
Input then here. OPQRS. Okay, outline. This is one outline none.
Yep.
So
now move the focus, and then we'll see. So that's the only thing where outline is shown.
Okay, let me. We need to implement the skip to navigation.
Yeah.
Skip to content. Okay, boom.
Yeah. There we go.
So maybe that's all we can do, right? Just remove the outline one.
I mean,
rather than create the hover. Don't you think? Because for instance, see this text. Hover is this.
Yeah.
But the focus is different. This is focus, this is hover.
Yeah. I think, yeah. Let's see what we have on buttons and all other controls like button or input. If we don't reset it, I would go also with just basic outline because it's not visible.
Oh, this is painful. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Yep.
Okay. So.
Yes.
So yeah, I think I vote for the outline. There is also another CSS style to kind of make this outline kind of outline margins. So not at the moment we have it very kind of so the checkbox is inside, and this blue box kind of looks like a border, but we can set it to be further from the actual control. So I'm checking the.
But I think it looks good.
If you would do outline offset, I think, yeah, and move it like, I don't know, 4 pixels.
It was in the input, right?
Yeah.
Outline offset. Yeah.
And if we solve this like with one line of code, you see it's a bit better, no?
Good? Is it? I kind of like the default.
I don't know. I feel it's like too close to the control itself. I mean, you see, for example, the default state versus error state. Because you compare two things that are kind of different. I don't know. I feel like 4 pixels looks better to me.
Let's do that then. So actually then we can just discard all changes. I guess I get biased by the fact, which by the way is a good takeaway. Sometimes we got peers or colleagues, in this case designers or other teams, that maybe can chip into a conversation, make opinion, but we are all humans and maybe we don't see the full picture. So sometimes we as a developers, we cannot take one idea for like set in stone and we go to implementation with that. But yeah, I think we can just do the outline and we don't have to try to emulate the hover effect while you focus, because it's not what happened with the other components. So, okay, let's where is that one?
I will be like, I'm usually the one who says it's always it's not that simple and it's complicated. And sometimes you do want to do some kind of custom outline, but you need to really ask for it and test that it has enough contrast and it looks and works well. Because it's like if you just remove outline, there is kind of and do not provide any alternative, you don't really know what's going to happen. Like you're probably breaking some of your user experience, and that's, I think, it is kind of lesson learned to us that we need to think about everyone. And I think at the moment we wrote it, and I did a talk about mistakes we did while implementing the design system, what we did, and we kind of, in this set of streams, we gradually fixing and patching stuff, especially in the accessibility parts of it. And at the moment we did it, and even like the architecturally, we did not think about any accessibility, and that's what we pay in this depth right now. And good that we are conscious enough to realize that this is an issue and we can address it.
I think that the topic itself is fairly new, between quotes. It's just that it's getting a lot of traction, because I remember like years ago when I started to do CSS and stuff, outline none is the first thing that you used to do. At least I used to do when custom buttons and stuff,
Yeah, I also remember, for example, body. If you click to like anywhere on the page, body usually gets the focus by default. In some browsers, I think in Firefox that was, and designers hate. There is like this stuff. There is like unknown blue thing appears, and it ruins my design. So let's remove it. And yeah, I think now we're there is even like a website. Do not use outline. It's like outline.
Let me see. While this installs, do not use outline.
Yeah, it's like a very short and very, but I cannot find it.
It's a little bit slow because I'm installing the dependencies.
Outline CSS.
Outline none?
Oh, outline none.com.
Don't do
yeah.
it. Yeah.
This is the thing. Wait it.
Don't do it. Yes. Yes. Claro que yes. 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 We got this. All right. Come on. Come on. Come on. So I guess that
this is probably a record now.
Yeah. Yeah. Either way, yeah, go.
I think if we have enough time to do skip navigation for the documentation, because it's pain.
We can do a different PR for that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I haven't done it, by the way. I have never done it before. Have you?
Yeah, once or twice. But
is
technically
JavaScript or is HTML kind of structure magic somehow?
Yeah, it's like you put an ID for your main content area, and then you just do this invisible link. You put it somewhere, position absolutely outside of the screen, and when it's focused, you bring it. And when it's just a tag, like anchor to the part of the page, and that's it.
Yeah. Ah, it's not that
native
difficult,
stuff.
Huh?
Yeah.
Come on, npm. Come on, we need it.
It's completed. What's going on?
It's completed? No, it's not completed. Well, at least not in my screen.
Because I see completed in 169,000 milliseconds. No.
Ah, got it. Yes.
But maybe it's.
Shall I Control C and npm install again? Just maybe he would say everything is up to date.
Yep, try. I mean, how many dependencies do we have? It should not be that much. So meanwhile, let's maybe. Oh yeah, we need to double check. Can we write a test for that? I think we can.
Come on. I guess that the only thing that you need to know. Let me see something. The thing is that I cannot run the test neither because I don't have the dependencies. This is an issue. npm version. My npm version is 7.
Okay.
That makes some problems. Is that right?
Yes,
I think so.
It converts package.json to version 2.
So what I'm going to do is check out the package lock, right?
Yeah, I think you need to.
Going to no v12. Maybe if I use 14. Come on, npm use 14.
14 should be good.
And now npm I have in 6. And now I can npm install. That was the issue. What is the breaking change on npm 7? Do you know them?
They introduced the new format for package lock, and that's I think what happens in the background. It converts the previous package lock to the new one. And the thing is, now it causes a lot of issues because it's like current long-term support is version 14 for Node, and it goes with version 6. And the next one already have this npm 7 on board, but it's gonna be promoted to long-term on October only. So now we have this kind of, somebody uses LTS and that means npm 6, and somebody goes like with the kind of even, not even odd branches, like 15 or something that has the newer version. Do you have this I'm now thinking, do you have two npm install running at the same time? Because I haven't seen you turned off the one in the...
No. I have no version manager, NVM, so I can switch.
But you the previous npm install you ran not from VS Code, from the
from the terminal. Yeah, no terminal, normal terminal.
Yeah, but is it still running? Okay, it's not. I was afraid that you're still there. Okay. So it's like 5 minutes to solve the issue, 20 minutes to install the packages.
Hey, but it's not that bad. There have been takeaways, so it's an actually good video. You got like why to think on outline, not to use outline none, why not to always buy the first command that you have been given, and you have why npm 7 is a breaking change. What else you want? Everything.
No, it's all good. It's just kind of, we spoke about this last time. You expect and you do not really estimate those type of things, especially when you plan.
Yeah.
And it end up like this. But this is like the big chunk of everyday work. So that's what I explaining to my wife. She's learning automation testing. And stuff doesn't work all the time. And I'm trying to explain every time that this is part of the job. It's like it doesn't work 80% of the time usually, and 20% of the time it works. And that's kind of where the moment you finish your task.
I really like that, because I oftentimes, not often anymore, but I used to see people like complain on the issues. Okay, like nobody likes to have these type of problems, but it's like you gotta get used to it because it's part of your job. What else? If you are going to stop every time that something is not working, then maybe development is not your place.
Yeah, if you're not ready to suffer.
Exactly.
But yeah, sometimes it gets super confusing. It's and it's just you lose motivation because you don't know what to fix, where to go, and this is, I think, the biggest the point where it hurts the most. It's like TypeScript errors, which you get like in some guidelines, so in examples you see simple things. But when you land on a bigger project and you see like type mismatch and then 20 lines of cryptic TypeScript
error message.
Yeah, it's just, you don't know how to read it. And you get very upset because you cannot perceive what it tries to tell you.
Well, yeah. I wonder if in the future we will look back into the TypeScript error message that we have today, and we will laugh, because maybe at that moment it will. When you got like an object and TypeScript tells you like an object of type this, and outline, like output the whole object, and then tell you again the whole object that you wrote, and say whatever key is missing. But if you have it small, it's difficult to go through it. So it will be better that just like add this key. You are missing this key. That's it. I don't need anything else.
Yeah, that would be great. I don't know if they can be so smart, but it would help for sure. I mean, comparing to it's like a bad comparison, TypeScript with Flow. But I think Flow, okay, it's not the best at the moment, and probably not gonna be anymore. But the error messaging is way better there. It's like more precise, and I think it's because of the internal architecture they use, and that's their advantage is in that. It's like, okay, you in most of the cases you can it tells you with more precision what should you check comparing to TypeScript.
There was something that happens with Flow recently, right? I don't know. I don't remember if it was you that shared that Flow doesn't care about the community or something like that.
It's not exactly like this, but they did a big post. So if to summarize it, so Flow is a product made and start in Facebook, and it was aimed to solve some internal issues of Facebook, of their JavaScript code base. And this is how it evolved at the beginning. Then they decided to put it to open source, and then more people got involved. But at some point, so when Flow appeared, I think it was better product than TypeScript, because I don't know, it just was on more kind of advanced stage, more mature. But with time, TypeScript community has grown, and the Flow community was kind of stale because there was no lot of responses from. There was not a lot of kind of communication between creators of Flow, like the people who maintain it, and people who use it, and they barely approved any pull requests from the community. And on top of that, it's written in OCaml, so it's not in JavaScript. You have like a big community. Some of like very small fraction of that is that motivated to kind of learn another language to contribute. But still, so it was kind of there, not updating or updating from time to time, and every time it was kind of a breaking change. Because they don't follow Semver at the moment, and at least this month they got it clear. They said, okay, we kind of respect our community of and people who use Flow, but this was created as an internal Facebook project, and we're gonna evolve it with like looking at the code base of Facebook. So we still value your comments, but we will be slow answering, and really we pay more attention to our internal use cases than to open source.
Okay.
And that's kind of where my perception is like, okay, so it was barely there was barely a communication before, but then at least they kind of said it out loud that, okay, it's not gonna be like TypeScript when there is like huge discussion how it should evolve. It's gonna be only driven by internal decisions in Facebook.
Damn, dude. So I stopped the share screen in order to see if less resources are installed faster. I don't know if that makes any difference at this point. It's still installing. But I think that either way, I would like to drive in the next session, because I didn't I didn't do any code this time.
Okay, so let's maybe I'll jump in. I'm not that prepared, so let me close all the windows that I don't need, and maybe we can use this half an hour to make this skip.
Hey, wait.
Yeah?
I think, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's getting, it's getting there, I think. Yeah, because
I think it kind of, you can fry eggs on your laptop now because you're lagging a bit. I'm thinking npm install. What causes bigger environmental damage? Is it Bitcoin ecosystem or npm install?
Yeah.
Because
That's a good one. But I think for, I'm promised. Let's give this. I'm going to give 2 minutes. Like 2 minutes. If not,
okay.
you take the skip to content.
Okay, I'm
Because
gonna
I would
run
like
npm
to.
install at the moment to really see if I have the same experience, because maybe there is something in the project that, but so far not good from my side. So trans.
Come on.
Come on, Alexis.
Yeah, he's moving more. Thank you for using Husky. Okay.
Okay, just in case, I'm ready. I have everything installed.
Now I'm ready.
Great.
So 700 seconds. I don't know how much is it. Okay, let me
More than 10
just.
minutes.
Okay, boom, boom, boom. I'm here.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm adding. Hello.
We wanted to what? Double check in order to make the PR, right?
Yep. By the way, do you use CLI for GitHub? Have you ever tried it?
The GitHub CLI?
Yeah.
I have it though, but no, I don't use it. What I will probably do is that boom, and then I will say fix checkbox, and here I'm going to say remove outline none, and as a description, add an extra offset to the outline to make it better visible. I don't know if that makes sense, but it works.
So what is your experience with Commitizen? This is the tool you use, yeah, to commit.
Yeah, to be honest, in the beginning I kind of hate the whole concept of being so detailed with the commit messages, but now I get so used to it that I kind of hate what I used to do before. My experience with this thing, I really like it. Like it makes everything easier to follow, and I don't have typos in my a scope and kind of feature or whatever, like missing parentheses or something like that. So I like.
But you're pushing already, but have we checked it in the documentation? Because we changed the styles, but we never checked it in.
No. I didn't push, but for some reason, like the whole thing. Okay, so now is what 3,000?
Yeah, I think so. But do you have it running? These errors are fine, and it should be here down. I think it's still compiling.
No mames.
Yeah, it's like this Gatsby experience and DocZ, not the greatest I have. But there was a story about DocZ contributor. So that he disappeared and was burned out and tried to kind of get back to coding for 1 year. So because he posted like a big an issue to his DocZ repo, like apologizing that he was off and he struggled mentally because he had a job, and plus this Dogsy got viral and he burnt out, and so now he's back, and probably Dogsy will evolve faster now, but still it's insane how the community kind of pushes that hard, and not everyone is ready, sure.
Okay.
And you feel like you must deliver features for people because they just ask.
He's not the first one that I see that said about kind of how open source work can be super exhausting, you know?
Yeah. I think it's it's what, I don't know, I feel this pressure sometimes as well, even though there is no pressure, but you kind of creating it by your own. If there are people demanding something or creating issues, you kind of think you have an obligation to answer them fast or like deliver something. It's like open source and yeah.
Totally with you. Okay, finally, after 40 minutes, I got it.
Yeah, and looks cool. Perfect.
Yay! Okay, so I'm just gonna make a screenshot of this that we are going to use in our beautiful PR. And I don't remember if I push. There is nothing here, so push origin. No, verify, please, because otherwise we are going to die here. Okay. Now we come 23, and then create this one, fig shaver, remove outline, none. Okay. So, okay, what? Improve visibility of checkbox. Improve accessibility.
Yeah, I think keyboard something we can
keyboard
also
improve keyboard accessibility of checkbox. Cool. This is an extra thing. Well, no extra, but how? So basically what we did was to remove the outline none and keep built-in one. As my cursor is behaving, I think that you have to do the navigation. I really wanted to do it, but my computer barely works right now with the share screen.
Okay, no worries.
Which I don't understand because we have the same computer, isn't it?
I think so.
Maybe I have too many helpers installed or something like that, which are not helping right now. Okay.
I have 16 gigabytes and i7 2.6. But I don't know. It's like unpredictable. Yeah.
Yeah, because I would suicide if I have to code with this speed. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Create. Finally, you see, this is what I have 16 gigabytes too. So I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's exactly the same because we started at the same time, more or less.
Okay, so we have this one. I'm going to stop here, save my heart from any type of disease.
Okay,
and now we can take a look.
I'm going to share the entire screen and whoop. So let's take a look at, I need to run the thing. So Wave folder, let's make it bigger. And what do we need? We need npm start. 10 minutes later. Meanwhile, I'm gonna switch to the presentation mode for the IDE. And so we need a new branch, and it's gonna call docs skip navigation. So let's. I have never worked with Dogsy a lot, so I'm not that aware. What do we have? And to be honest, if it's not some simple HTML code we can paste somewhere, I don't think we'll manage to be on time. But let's see. So this is docs, and we use the components to render. This is get started, and this is it. I think that's what we have. Contributing, stability. So the theme is taken from somewhere else. So dogsy RC, let's see. This is where we set what to ignore and what menu we have. And is that all we have? It looks like. Public. Oh, Gatsby theme. There we go. Theme, index. Okay. Header. Okay. Header wrapper, menu button. Okay. So this is what we have at the moment. Let me open the local host. Can you see the screen well?
Let me see. Yep, it's a little bit blurry, but I can distinguish what are the letters.
Okay. So let's use this fancy trick in Firefox. We can see what are the tab orders here using Shap tab in order checkbox. And at the moment, there is 2 is the logo, 3 is search, but 1 is
yeah, it was about to
somewhere.
Ask.
Oh,
what is one?
Because when I tap, so imagine I'm here. I'll show tabbing order. I'm here. 2. Where is 1?
I think that you can see it on the accessibility, right? If you click the document, yeah, there that says no. Go to accessibility inspector, okay. And you have this role where your screen is, no, where your cursor is in the big thing that says get started, wave, and everything.
Do you think so? Because when it does not change. This is like an accessibility tree, I think. And this is how it looks like in.
Okay.
Scrolling to view, simulate. I think what I would go maybe is to consider. So this is the logo. This is actually again outline current color non-medium, and above we have A. And here we have something else. So it's strange.
But what about injecting the link and then we check the order of the tabs? No?
Yeah, I also want maybe to remove the header and see if we have some changes in the order. Stability. So yeah, I think that was the header. Something inside.
Makes sense.
So maybe it's this link. No, this logo link got selected, but then we select also the animation itself and SVG itself. Yeah, let's maybe not dive into this part, but
yeah.
here where?
Gotcha. Because we have an animation, so you got one asset, and then something happens, and you got the second asset. So probably the first one is the one that gets the first step. But yeah, that's a unrelated problem right now.
Isn't it this one? What is menu button?
No, I don't remember.
So, but there is no menu button. So that's, you see, maybe it appears when we do this. Oh, okay, maybe this is the thing. Okay, let's not tackle this now. What I would do is I'm gonna add like href to, let's say, dash hashtag main
content.
And skip to content. And we need to verify that the content here, what do we have as a text ID layout?
So we have Gatsby, and then Gatsby has another thing, Gatsby focus wrapper, data.txt layout.
Main container installation, which is already so we need to add an ID. So what is the main container? There are data test IDs, but okay. So main container. I think we should change it to main.
Yes. For
to
starters.
begin with,
Yeah.
and then let's say ID main. Okay. And let's see if the link works. So we're here. Okay. I need to refresh probably. Okay. Tap, tap, tap. Here it is, the skip to content.
Oh, nice.
Now, let's jump into some place where you have components. No. Okay. Let's do. And my favorite website is.
Well, what you need probably is to have the link, but then no. Yeah. Wait. Skip links.
Yeah, here we go. Creating skip navigation links. So example, yeah, main content, skip to main content.
That should be it then.
So let's take a look. Maybe we do not propagate. So this is href main. Do we have main? We do. So this should work. If I do, yeah, it actually works. You see?
No. Yeah. I see.
Just a too thin line.
You don't have to go through the whole components in order to.
Yeah. I don't know why when I hit space, it is not activated. If I click, it does. You see?
But the space is the same that enters.
I think so. Okay, yeah, enter. Enter is the default. Okay, I bet. Okay, and now we style the thing. So header, say, styled. How does the link look like here? The link. I think we don't need it because we do not change the page. So let's do plain A. And what we want is by default, it will be position
Oh, no,
absolute.
relative.
Or can be relative, but relative will lead this kind of space that it's supposed to be kind of filled in.
Okay,
Absolute
okay.
will remove it. We can actually set the head wrapper to position absolute. Maybe it's already there to use it. So what we want? We want probably to set some default. I would go. It appears on this black background. Yeah, and let's style it here and then copy the thing. So I would say color white and position absolute. Oh, yeah, we're already in the relative context. So this is relative.
Perfect.
Fixed. Okay, so all good. And then what we do?
A little bit of padding and a background, no?
Yeah, let's see. So this div has height set to 52 pixels. So I think let's make it as well, like some height 40.
But that's the thing that I like to, because I don't often set heights, but rather play with the height with the padding or line height. I think it's better in some sense, because as you change the content, then things will evolve.
Okay, yeah, and I don't have any preference here.
Here is just margin left, right? So 0, 0, 0, 1, or just 0.5, yeah. But it's margin left only.
Do you think so? Because if I set only left, that would be, you see, it will be on top. So I think
No. It's okay. It's okay. So you got it there, and if you don't want to put the padding, margin left, but in the fixed, in the wrapper itself, you can have display flex and justify content center, rather than trying the pixels to align.
Yeah, but we're not in the flexed container, so that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I mean, it's not that important, to be honest, for the skip content to look pretty. The only thing that I'm worried about is like it needs to be big and the outline should be clearly visible. So by default, so let me explain the idea. So let's do color white, and
the padding and the background is because I have in my mind the one that YouTube has that I really like, that creates like a button.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I replace it with padding. So let's do padding. And the idea is, okay, we do position, not position, top 0. No, we need to do minus 100%, I think, to move it.
Okay.
And then we're gonna do, when it's focused, we want to transfer. Yeah, so that's the idea. So let's do top here, and when this thing is focused, we do transform. I think it's translate X.
Yeah. Well, X is horizontal. You might want Y.
And we also need to do animate, I think.
Transition.
Transition, yeah. That's, I'm bad with animation. Transition. 0.5 second. And we need to set, so let me
But if you want to do that, then also you might want to not top minus 100%, but translate y minus 100%. You know what I mean?
Let's see. I'm not sure this will work at all. So let's see. Let's see. What? Why? Skip. Oh, yeah. It's assigned but never used. Classic. Okay. Here we do replace. Now we expect this thing to disappear, and then we do 1, 2, 3. Skip content. Okay, it
Yeah,
appeared.
but you don't have the animation because you are using top in the default state rather than the translate y.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. True. And this is kind of minus 100%.
Exactly.
So let's see. It doesn't. I'm not sure if.
Yeah,
Do we know
it's
that?
there, but I don't know why it's that bad.
Should it be translate 0?
Yeah, lol.
No.
Yeah, 0.
There is no animation. I'm not sure if the translate X.
No,
Y.
you have to put transform in the transition. Yeah, transform. Exactly.
That's. Oof.
Exactly.
Maybe faster. Yeah.
Yeah.
25.
I often go for 216, which is the one frame.
216.
Yeah.
I would go maybe even faster. Does it look right to you?
I was thinking on display non-displaying block. So whatever you do for now is fancier than what I was thinking.
Okay, so let's then stay here. I would maybe want to make it no, hover, focus, and focus. So maybe I'm not sure if the focus is kind of right. So outline, color.
The red that we have, the brand red.
Too much, no? Maybe go with something like, okay, let's see. Action act this one, no? Let's outline, color. I'll hard code, then we will see. And outline style. I'll go with solid. I don't know why it's dashed, but it looks solid looks very obvious. Dashed look kind of.
The thing is that Firefox goes with that, and Chrome goes with solid.
Well, let's because also then need to set width like 3 pixels or something. And then the top thing, the top is not visible. And I think that's because we set this with no margin or with no, but it's yeah, that's a good thing to notice is it should be display block or inline block.
I will just reduce the padding, and you will bring the thing that is or not. No? Oh no. Why not?
So the idea is like, and if we do a top, we need like this now. So or let's maybe leave outline the default one, and let's see how it is in Chrome. So button.
Yeah, everything is all good.
It's good.
You know that you are there.
So then, if we do like a 1 second, 1 millisecond.
1 millisecond. Yeah.
Right, it's still kind of changing
At the same speed. Command R, sorry.
Yeah, faster. You think this one better or the previous one?
Go do it again. Nah, the previous one. If you want any effect, the previous one.
Okay.
And it's getting late for you, eh?
Yeah, let's create a pull request and we're done, no? Okay, so what do we have here? Index, let's be wave src. Wait, I need to group by directory. Header, have we done anything? Yeah, this is what we did now. Layout, this is what we did, and main content, this is what we did. Okay. Docs, add, skip to content. Wait. Also thinking, what do we have inside here? Skip to content. Okay, cool. Or skip navigation. Skip to content. Yeah, better. Like direction. Skips navigation.
I think it's self-explanatory though.
Then let's push. I push to master. And no, I created a branch. I have this bad reputation of pushing to master because I'm thinking like, okay, I'm very passionate about when I'm starting, and I think I'll create a branch later, and then of course I forget.
I got you.
Usually, and sometimes when it's not protected. It is not a protected branch. You just push directly to master, and then I feel very sorry when I do this. So let's make a short video, maybe.
I think link the stream. Just said that is in the end of the video. I like that.
Yeah. Okay. So and that's I think it. So let's create a pull request. So we did two things, which is awesome.
Sessions paying off, but my build is failing.
Oof.
Yeah, I will fix it after the stream.
Maybe my will too. Let's skip the content. Or to the wave web. And what? Avoid tabbing. We don't want to tab through the whole list of components to reach the
content.
This is probably why.
Add a skip link.
This is what? No, how? No, like what we
Make content more keyboard accessible. Improve content keyboard accessibility. Yeah, it's very Tarzan sentence.
this is sometimes I hate this structure. Maybe hate is like a too strong word, but yeah, it's like you have to invent and say basically the same thing 3 times.
Yeah, because simple stuff, right?
Yeah, and sometimes the structure kind of you want to put more technical details, but how it's like, I don't know. I feel sometimes I don't want to put too much because it should be kind of short enough to perceive. So I don't know. It is
Mixing
my thing. Yes. Add skip link to the header.
That's it.
Media. Yeah, I think I'll paste the link to the stream, and here checklist ready to be merged. Yes.
Just mention that the skip link is in the last 5 minutes of the stream.
Yeah, I also want to say to test it, use tab key to like how.
Well, you will see in the video, right?
Yeah. Which yep. So I'm creating.
All right.
And yep, we are done.
Great. Nice Friday. Thank you very much. See you all.
Yeah, thank you for joining. There was a little help today in the chat, unfortunately. I kept an eye on it, but yeah, feel free to comment and help next time. Share your experience. And see you next week. I think next week, Alexis will be here, and we're going to have another guest instead of me.
Oof, I have to solve my issue driving with the computer. Let's see if I can do it. All right. See you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
See you next time. Bye.